more dirty.
Hey, welcome to the No More Dirty TV show. I'm your host, you already know with the most, Minister Fred II, and welcome this evening. This evening show is deep. I have my HBC Afrocentric shades all black out. I really wanted you to get the point on this one tonight. We're in the midst of Black History Month as it is recognized nationally. But first of all, I want to say thank you for taking the time to be with us today. The videos that we will show today are epic. Let me just say that. We are so serious about making sure that you're not only educated spiritually. Last week we talked about heart worship. Now we're going to talk about a conscious understanding of who God is. The theme is Black is beautiful. Black is truth. And Black is blessed from the Creator himself. So let's get in. I want to say, don't forget to tune in every, 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 every Friday for the No More Dirty TV show. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and also make sure you turn on the notifications because it's pretty important. That way you can, every time we're doing things, you'll know what's happening. Now, once you do that, I want you to make sure you take the time to hang out with us. Go to our website, NoMoreDirty.org. Make sure you take the time to see what type of volunteerism programs you can get involved. Some of you have been just letting us know you want to support. You can go directly to our website, NoMoreDirty.org. You can support. You can make a donation, 5, 15, 10. If you do a donation of at least $30, listen, I want to bless you with a complimentary DVD that they just did on my documentary on work for 30 years. It's called The Evolution of Yours Truly. It's amazing. It also comes with a CD and a DVD. So when you get a chance, go over and make a contribution. It's going to be a blessing. If you want to do something a little less, that's fine, or more. It's up to you. And then also don't forget on Saturday, every Saturday, we do this every Saturday, 2 p.m. It's the session, Bible Beats and Bars. Listen, it is a great, amazing fellowship. You can do it virtually. You can do it in the place. Don't forget, you do need to bring your mask. And we're already socially distanced. We have all of that kind of stuff, technology. Make sure you're good temperature-wise. Don't worry about that. We got you covered. We can only go up to 25 in our studio, people, but you're welcome to come. All right, and then I'll come back with the other spots and commercial breaks I want to share with you. But let's get in on this show. Listen, had a great conversation, had a really, really great conversation with a young man who said, listen, Minister Fred, I love your show. I've been watching you since last year. And one of the things I wanted you to address during the African American emphasis Black History Month is the issue of who Christ is, Yahshua the Christ. Man, he said, man, listen, I hear so much about this. I hear so much about that. Every time I look in the books, they look nothing like what the history and what truth says. And I said, you're right. I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I got in touch with my team. I talked to my co-producer. I said, we're going to do something really inspiring. And we hope to enlighten you, not just historically and biblically, but we want you to be enlightened as it relates to ethnicity, your culture, and who you are, and why Black is truly beautiful. Not just because it's a cliche, not just because it's one of those things that people say because of the past, but we are beautiful, we're blessed, and we are who he has created us to do originally and will continue to be. So let me give you these two songs. I want to start with an amazing, really unique piece. It's by the group called Resound, Resound, and it's called Black History. This is going to set the tone for where we go and how we go. Because at the end of the day, we've got to go back to our roots. So here it is, Resound, Black History. Black is beautiful.
Christian journey. I want Jesus. I want Jesus. I want Jesus. Talk with me. Lay down my burdens. Lay down my burdens. Lay down my burdens. Lay down my burdens. I'm gonna lay down my burdens. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Lay down my burdens. Down by the riverside. Study war no more. Lay down my burdens. 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 Hold to his hand. God's unchanging hand. Oh, hold to his hand. God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Oh, you better hold to God's unchanging hand. 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 Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. For one day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Glory, one day, glory. Glory, one day, glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory. Oh, deep in my heart, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome soon.
Wow. Did it not move you? How beautiful you are. Let me tell you something. The enemy of light is always trying to do something to discourage people of color. More specifically, Black people, people of Edenic African descent. But one of the things that has made Black people and African Americans, African Edenic people so great and beautiful is that all through the legacy of our ethnicity and our culture, we have always been able to tell a story. Let me explain. What makes us beautiful is that we have the ability from the first day of creation to paint the story. When you look at Genesis chapter 1, it says, in the beginning, God. When you hear that, in the beginning, God did what? God himself was painting a story on the plains of Africa. When we look at the early BC ages. When we look at Egypt, the original Egypt, Asia Minor, which was part of the African coast, they begin to do amazing architect. They are doing things that even today we are trying to discover. How in the world did these Black people do these things? They always did this thing called storytelling. Then you move to the early 20s, they told stories in their music through blues and gospel. In the 40s and the 50s, and then they moved in the 60s, and they began to continue to share the stories. Oh, freedom, the protests, the sitting at the lunch counters. They begin to do it, and at some point, the enemies to Black America during those times and throughout time said, well, we can just defeat them by locking up the parents. But because the story was told through the ceaseless ages of our culture, what made this movement national, not just the Poor People's Campaign, but the movement for civil rights, civil justice, equality, and equity, was the implementation of the story being told by young people. It's one thing to see a Dr. King Jr., but it's another thing to see a 12-year-old boy saying, listen, here's what Black history is. And when a child knows his history, a child now can begin to live out the history and live out his or her history. So I want you to listen to these two songs. It's by young brothers and sisters. We want it to be intentional. If you have kids, I want you to have them sitting at this tube, looking at the screen, looking at the tablet. Because here it is. I'm going to give it to you. It's Turn Up Kids. They got one called Black History. And then I want to hit you with this other one that is dope too. So check it out. Here it is. Our young people speak. Black is beautiful. Black is blessed. And Black is truth. That's who we are. No more dirty.
Okay, class. How y'all doing today? So, today is February 13th. 14th. 13th, 14th, it doesn't matter. It's a stupid month anyway. Okay, relax. Relax. What we're gonna learn this month is we're gonna learn about Dr. Martin Luther King.
Wow! Martin Luther. Can you say his name?
Martin Luther, Dr. Martin Luther King. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It's not Martin Luther King. Junior. It's not Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, hey, relax. Or I'll send you guys down to the principal's office, okay? I don't want to hear any. Just listen to the lesson. Hey, just listen to the lesson, okay? So, we're gonna learn about Martin Luther King, Barack Obama, and all of the African American firsts.
Can you treat this topic with respect, please? Or you can just leave. I can teach better than you.
You guys want to teach class?
So first things first. Black is beautiful.
Sorry, young man.
Thank you, Mr. Lynch. Now grade our papers.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We self-evident that all men are created equal.
Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be? Let me tell you this story about a man who brought unity. Equal liberty for you and me. We shall overcome is what he sings. You guessed it, his name is Dr. King. Non-violence is what Martin stands for. It doesn't matter if you're nice or you're hardcore. He here for peace, not to start a revolution. He had a dream for the whole entire nation.
He had a dream, but I had to fuss. It doesn't matter if at first you got tossed to the back of the bus. Can't dream about the freedom that you didn't have. Didn't listen, he left in the body bag. The past, it disturbs my nerve. If you're black in a restaurant, you didn't even get served. He made a difference with the goodness that he bring. Thank the Lord for Dr. Martin Luther King.
Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be? Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be? There was this other man. He is the best of civil rights activist, and his name is Malcolm X. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. If he dish out a lick, you have the right to hit him back. In 65, they burned this house for fun. You better run, cause he's coming with a shotgun. Not promoting any violence in the neighborhood. Malcolm X died for the cause. There was this other lady. You see, she is bold. She is the one who invented the Underground Railroad. She left people in the days to try to figure out how she was able to free 300 slaves. She went to the woods, through the woods. You know she is good. She even went through my neighborhood. She is the greatest. Her soul lie in me. Thank the Lord for black history. Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be? Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be?
There was this bus incident from the start. The civil rights movement with Rosa Parks. She didn't give up a seat, so they put her in jail to rot. It struck the nerve to start the Alabama boycott. She's the mother of the movement and sweet. So why you want this pretty girl to give up her bus seat? She made a difference in society, and that's the way she made a place in black history.
Don't forget about youngest of the John the Truth. Carver and the Bowles, they educate the youth. Nikki and Maya, Alex Walker and Hughes, they are writers. They look throughout all the schools. The moral of this story is simple and clear. To teach black history supposed to be all year. Without history, we blind to the fact. Thank the Lord for black history, and that's a wrap. Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be? Do you know the real history? Oops, black history. Oops, black history. Do you know the real history? Without black history, where would we be?
When we look at other parts of this earth upon which we live, we find that black, brown, red, and yellow people in Africa and Asia are getting their independence.
If you feel that what you're about to do is not right and you get that feeling, listen to it. Peer pressure, I know it's hard to fight. They was doing drugs and I didn't want to do it, but they sweet talked me into doing it. I felt bad, like my eyes was closing. I didn't know where I was at. I was seeing things. I felt like everything was against me. They was just laughing like it feels good and stuff. And I was saying yeah, even though it wasn't. I felt like people couldn't see me. I felt like I was the only person walking the street. I felt empty. It was like I was a ghost. When I asked for help, I went to Kids Bay. I spoke to the staff, I told them what I did. I joined the Above the Influence team. Ever since then, I felt better. My friend that goes to Kids Bay, I like him because he's good. He Like, if I'm going through something, I could talk to him. If there's a party and I was to tell him, he would look at me and be like, you sure you want to go? He'd be like, don't you know parties end late and stuff? Like, he would try to convince me not to do it. It's important to choose your friends carefully because you wouldn't know if they're good for you or not, and like they can influence you to do bad things. Life's been challenging because ever since I started hanging out with the good people, it's like I've run into those same bad people. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, it's easy, that it's hard, because there's still challenges out there that I have to face and that I haven't met yet. What above the influence means to me is you have friends there that's a good influence. You're on a positive team. You have people behind your back that's positive.
Hey, welcome to the No More Dirty TV show. Listen, I am going to put my shades on because what I'm about to do now, we about to get deep. We about to get real deep. But before we do, I want to make sure I encourage you to don't forget that on Saturday night at 9 p.m., we do this thing, and it's amazing, man. Shout out to my man Ed Gaines, but my homie, DJ Scissorhand, live on the ones and twos, 9 p.m. on G93. Listen, we soldier up, man. Black is beautiful. When you have a black DJ bringing that heat throughout time and the ceaseless records and digging in the crates, listen, G93, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 p.m. on the East Coast, double back to 8 p.m. on the West Coast. Download the app, live365.com. Pull up G93 and you will hear my homie, man, live from Brookville, P-Town, in your stereo, in your bedroom, in your house. You already know the business. And then, you know, tune over on Sunday, you with us again. So listen, you get us twice on G93. We on at 5 p.m., No More Dirty Radio Show live. And then you can catch us on the third jump off, 6 p.m. on Sunday at my man, you already know, We Up, 103.1. Shout out to Only Bats and the whole crew. DJ Scissor, you already know that's my homie, man. You keep us locked in and keep it official. All right, so let's get into this, man. I got to get into this one right here. I went straight militant. You know why? Because, you know, it's okay to be a little militant. Listen, think about the movement. If it had not been for the movement of organizations like the Black Panther, even the Nation of Islam was serious about business. The Black church. See, here's the key. Here's what they don't tell us. This is what they don't tell us. The key is this. At the end of the day, when Black people come together, Black, 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 we're unified on one accord. When Black people come together, we create the most amazing, and I mean amazing, sound. So I had to go into crates and I talked to my homies. I said, we're going to dig today. So I'm going to give you some of that authentic hip hop, that conscious, and it still has Yahshua the Christ all in the mix. So I'm going to give you two. One of my favorite, and I'm talking about his as a hip hop guru, is KRS-One. He has a song called Black, Black, Black. I love it because it helps us to see historically why our history aligns with biblical truth. When people say, man, the Bible's not a Black man's book, that's not true. It's just not true. How does a book, scrolls, Dead Sea Scrolls, be in Africa and not be true? People say all the time, well, that's just blue-eyed. No, that's someone's interpretation of Christ or Yahshua the Christ. But historically, we know he was Hebrew. He spoke Aramaic. He was born in Bethlehem. He lived in Nazareth, which is in Egypt. He was raised in the African deserts. So there's no way in the world the word is not true. It's what we know. So here it is. I want to give you one, KRS-One, Black, Black, Black. And then I want to hit you with another one, man. I love this one. It's actually, if you saw that the movie Harriet Tubman, the young lady who played the role, who sang, her name is Cynthia Erivo. She did a masterpiece, a lyrical video capturing pieces. And I want you to listen to these two video, the songs, but I want you to watch them and understand that you are beautiful, Black woman. You are beautiful, Black woman. It's nothing like having a relationship or being in a relationship with Black. I'm glad I'm Black. Wouldn't want to be anything else. Let's go. No more.
Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. We want Black power. 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 That's right. That's what we want. Black power. We don't have to be ashamed of it.
This is not a regular, this is that boom, blah, blah, blah. Some they call it secular, I just call it black, black, black. Marcus Garvey, Bookman Dottie, bring that army back, back, back. Malcolm X and Kwame Ture, this is where I'm at. If you wanna talk to me about black, black, black. Haile Selassie the first, Negus Nagas, let's talk about that. Kaboom, Nanny Maroon and all the Maroons, let's talk about that. The real Underground Railroad, the first subway for black. The freedom train begins with your brain. Get in on track. Whether justice or injustice, how do you react? Can you stand there laughing while they shoot us in the black? This is what some rappers sound like every time they rap. I'm raising up the red and the green and the black. Even with no cops in the hood, we still hear click, clack. I cannot forget my ancestors just because I rap. Look at me from top to bottom. KRS is black. Get up, get out, speak up, reach out. This is what black about. Get up, get out, speak up, reach out. This is what I rap about. Get up, get out, speak up, reach out. Too many selling out. Get up, get out, reach out, lift out, yes out. Time to ask the question now, are you really black? It is not a mystery, we under attack. If you're chatting fuckery, you whole our people black. Time to put aside the fantasy and deal with fact. This is not the time to be talking all that crap. Those that talk that crap, or those that don't fight back. You can say what you like, but real skill I never lack. Black is more a consciousness, the way you think and act. Yo, get up, get out, speak up, reach out. This is what black about. Get up, get out, speak up, reach out. This is what I rap about. Get up, get out, speak up, reach out. Too many selling out. Get up, get out, reach out, lift out, get out, lights out.
We have stayed here and we begged the president. We begged the federal government. That's all we've been doing, begging. It's time we stand up and take over. We have to do what every group in this country did. We got to take over the communities where we outnumber people so we can have decent jobs, so we can have decent houses, so we can have decent roads, so we can have decent schools, so we can have decent justice.
Where is she?
Come on back, peaceful.
Whoa, easy now.
I'm gonna be free or die.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes lies in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
You have made it 100 miles to freedom. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Paradigm. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on.
Harriet, welcome to the Underground Railroad.
And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face, 'cause I'm alone, and I just might fail, but Lord knows I'll try. Shine stars fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you.
Hi, I'm Danny Trejo. Now you listen, and you listen real good. I'm not a man who likes to repeat himself. You want me to tell you your GED is something worth doing, right? That it's going to get you to a better place. Well, it will. It's something that can open doors. And I don't mean by kicking them open with a pair of steel-toed boots either. I play a certain type of role. I get typecast. But you don't want to be typecast. You want to break out of that role people see you play every day. The unmotivated guy, the dead-end job girl, that they won't amount to anything type. Prove everyone wrong, show them you're the boss. Or like I like to say, lo vamos a hacer. Now, enter your zip code above and find free GED classes near you. And take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up! Don't make me repeat myself. This is one Mexican you don't want to mess with.
Hey, man, did I not take, listen, I told you this show is going to be a deep one. This show is deep, not just because of the content of the video and the visuals, but because it's really the truth. So let me do this again. Don't forget, every Saturday, you already know the business, every Saturday, 2 p.m. right here in our studio, you can catch the session, Bible Beats and Bars, live. 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. on the East Coast, and then double back on the West Coast, 12 noon. It's important that you know what's going on in our world. It's important that you know who you are. It's important to know the value of how spirituality and ethnicity marry. It's important to know that you can still be creatively genius in the area of music, bars, beats. I'm just saying. So anyway, let me just get out of this. Let me go back to the show. I want to give you this piece right here, man. Listen, I mean, we talked about that history, but there's another piece you have to realize. And this is the other side of that conversational or that sometime argument. I've seen and I've had conversation with my brothers and my sisters. And they go, yo, Minister Fred or Mr. W, Mr. Whitlow, if I'm on the job. And they're like, dog, listen, man, I can't do it, man. It's a white man's religion. Wait. It's God's. It has never been a white man's. Even as black people, we can say that we were the first, but it's not even ours. It's God's. Yahshua wrote with his finger in Exodus 31, the 10 Commandments, and gave them to the black man Moses. Hebrew. God spoke and said, get in the rock. Let me show you a little bit of, he said, turn. I'm going to show you just the backside of me on my robe. God. God said, I will be crucified in 3 days in the New Testament, and Yahshua will be raised from the dead. God. So before we go a little bit over the boundaries and say it's somebody else's problem, here's the key for us as black people. And it will also be relevant to others. Black is beautiful. Black will continue to be blessed when we don't substitute our ethnicity or our blackness for our spiritual need for Christ, Yahshua the Christ. Let me explain. It is God who giveth every good and perfect gift. It is God who says, come to me. It is God that says, I got this. So when you think you're bigger and better than God, or if you say, I am God, we are little gods in the image of the big God. But when you try to play the role of God, hey, do your thing. I don't think you're going to make it, bro. I have seen the best try to be God. Listen, if God can get up out of the grave in 3 days, if you get shot, you ain't getting up. So you can't be God. So don't substitute your ethnicity, your blackness, your realness, your authenticity. I love it. I am all that, but I'm not God. So I want to give you these 2 songs by Eshawn Burgundy. Here's a song, and I love it. It's called Nothing But the Blood, because it's his blood that made our blood clean and white as snow. And 2, Bizzle says, listen, ain't but one king. Now you can be the king of your household, but there's only one King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So here it is. It's all love, fellas. It's all love, sis. And I got mad respect for every spiritual brother in this world and sister. But let's not get it twisted. Let's not substitute our blackness for God. By the way, God was black. Let's go. Real talk.
Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood, nothing
nothing, nothing but the blood of my part of this I see. Nothing but the blood, nothing, nothing but the blood.
Yeah. I feel the darkness around me. I know my head got bounties. They hunting for them in counties. They want them dead, huh? Said I was lost, so they found me. In baptism, they try to drown me. Oh, y'all old-fashioned, y'all don't wanna use lead, huh? The accusers came for Yahshua singing red rum. I sing hallelujah to Yahuwah, that's an anthem. I got a calling on my life like it's a Samsung. My hair swinging wild in the air like I'm Samsung. I remain a student of the word. I've been prudent from the curb. I see dead men at the viewing at the church, laid up like it's Ewing over bird. Blood of the Messiah, it's salvation and new birth. Blessed to be of the bloodline, but without the blood I'm dirt. Living water, that's an elixir, obey your thirst. Brick and mortar, that's a religion, that ain't the church. Rainbows reflecting the prism above the earth, and that one's for Noah, not a perverted sexual urge. Every time I pray, it's a feeling of being searched. Faith is nothing if I ain't willing to do the work. My people were blessed, but we slipped up and caught a curse.
Of my part of this I see. Nothing but the blood, nothing, nothing but the blood of my part of this I see. Nothing but the blood, nothing, nothing but the blood.
Blood on top of the doorpost. Death passed me over, my former life casting over on water like Captain Noah headed to the shore. My body is the temple, just know he the door. The law ain't no salvation issue, it's just gonna keep me pure. Reading, fasting, and praying, that's what's gonna keep me raw. Holy Spirit checking me, gon' make me stay the course. Scripture is my weaponry, that sword go through your heart. Flame on my torch, running through the dark. Hebrew boy still pressing toward the mark. MLK stride when it's time to march. Sometimes I'm Simon with the blade, now I wanna talk. Royalty, I'm cut from a designer cloth. America foiled me, be trying to throw me off. Christ was sent to the lost, that's what the words say. And you can't be lost if you wasn't his in the first place.
Of my part of this I see. Nothing but the blood, nothing, nothing but the blood of my part of this I see. Nothing but the blood, nothing, nothing but the blood.
First of all, in this analysis, I took the blood into a laboratory in Israel. I just said, please examine this blood and tell me what you can tell me about it. All right? They said, well, look, we're going to reconstitute it. We're going to put it in normal saline and keep it at body temperature for 72 hours with gentle swirling. All right, that's their business. That's great. I said, now I want to be there when you check it out. They said, fine. They said, it's human blood. We can tell that. And then I said, take some of the white blood cells and put them in a growth medium. Keep them at body temperature for 48 hours. And they said, well, that'll do no good because it's dead blood. I said, would you please do that for me? And they said, okay, we'll do it. So anyway, I said, I want to be there when you take it out and examine it. So I was back there. They took it out, examined it under microscope, and the one technician called the other one over there, and then they called the boss over there, and they were talking Hebrew a mile a minute there for a little bit, and they looked at me and they said, Mr. Wyatt, this human blood only has 24 chromosomes in it. Everybody else has 46. You see, 23 from your mother, 23 from your father, 22 autosomes from your mother, 22 autosomes from your father. You get an X from your mother, you may get an X or a Y from your father. All right? This blood had 23 chromosomes from the mother's side, one Y chromosome only. You see, the child could not have developed if they hadn't had the autosomes from the mother. So all of his physical characteristics were determined by his mother's side of the family, her autosomes. His maleness was determined by this one Y that came from the source, not a human male. Then they said, this blood is alive. And then they said, whose blood is this? I said, it's the blood of your Messiah.
You don't do it like the king do. Yeah. Everybody a king. Everybody God, huh? Alright. Tell them they don't do it like the king do. King do. Homie, ain't nobody king you. King you. Simmer down, boy. Down, boy. And get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy. Believe me. They don't do it like the king do. King do. Homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the ground, boy, now, boy. Real talk. Every other day, another sucker on a record pushing dirt up on the Lord name. More money, more cars, get some more chains. It's a sure thing, only way that this'll go. Rich or pro, shove them in the box like a board game. Fool's lottery, if you think all that property gon' fit up in that box, you play way too much Monopoly. We are just the clay, he the potter, we the pottery. If he remove his hands, we in bad shape, follow me. God over money, boy, that's just my philosophy. As long as I'm the realest, I'm the richest automatically. Game full of lies, so they hating on my honesty. But I'ma tell the truth to they body. They don't do it like the king do. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy, believe me, they don't do it like the king do. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy. Real killer, killer, Mr. Killer. You don't really want it like you say, boy. Everybody wanna bang when it's day, boy. Everybody wanna issue to that magazine spray in they centerfold. They don't want play, boy. Ha. Bullets hot, dog, pipe down. You talking like you tryna die right now. Truth is, if you get shot, you gon' cry loud. And every drop a gangster in your body gon' dry out. Real talk. Everybody wanna pop Rugers. We love to brag about it like it's not foolish. They hate us cause we tryna put a stop to it. And we love to glorify murder till a cop do it. Never been a shooter, that was never me. Never disrespected anybody who respected me. Always kept it cooler when I knew that we was hecka deep. 30 on 3's not gangster, that's hella weak. I know you got a strap, boy, I'm with it too. But I don't let it change how I get at you. Y'all like 5-0, started for protection. The problem is y'all become bishop when you get the juice. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy, believe me, they don't do it like the king do. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy. Real talk. So you trapping in your video and killing in them songs. If a king keep his word, then them lyrics did you wrong. Cause you sleeping in the burbs and the visuals is phony. I know everything you rapping about, I did it with my homies. Getting money out the soil, huh? Something like oil, right? That don't make you royal, bro. You ain't even loyal cause you from the hood, but you don't tell them nothing good. You just sell them poison and the profits move you from the hood. Understood and take a king to make a king. Something that a king do. What it do that king do? What's his name? King who? You send your kid to private school until mine's bang. You went to college but you only rap about the gang. Yahweh's the king, and your way it seems to have me off way in hell in the hallway of screams. Please believe since it's only one king, that can only mean one thing. Tell them they don't do it like the king do. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy, believe me, they don't do it like the king do. King do, homie, ain't nobody king you. King you, simmer down, boy, and get your hands off the crown, boy. Now, boy, real talk.
speaking up for what's right, helping out when things go wrong, raising our voices alone or together. Not just breaking news, but breaking barriers. Fighting for victory on the battlefield and on the playing field. Seeing the world through new eyes and the earth from miles above. Redefining beauty, brains, and what it really means to be queen. Making ourselves heard on stage and on screen. Showing the way in Silicon Valley and showing up for others wherever help is needed most. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
So let me talk to you. I want to just share this one thing before I finish with these last two songs. It's that we've got to learn to support Black. Buy Black, buy brown, buy back. It's a real situation. We spend $1.4 trillion. The Black consuming dollar is worth $1.4 trillion every year. Imagine spending that $1.4 trillion in a Black and brown business. Imagine that. Listen, I mean, honestly, if we did that, let me tell you something. We would not only be able to build our communities and better our communities, but we would be able to empower our communities. And so I just want to encourage you. Listen, what I'm wearing right now, Goodie Vault, right here in our city, Black-owned young millennial brother. When you see me rocking my lapel bins, Black-owned Dapper Do collection. When you see me wearing my sneakers, they're Black-owned Adidas. I got a couple homies that do stuff out of New York and Chicago, all Black-owned. You hear what I'm saying? We can argue about what's not happening and what's not going on, but it starts with us. Black economics, Black excellence, Black entrepreneurship. That's how they were able to do it. How do you think there was a Black Wall Street, a Harlem Renaissance? It's because Black folks spent their money in Black businesses. My barber, Black. This hat, Coach Joe's line, Black. So be intentional about bettering your community. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to spend elsewhere, because there's some products we have to get elsewhere. Cool. I'm all with it. I spend money wherever I need to spend, but I start at home, because Black is beautiful. Black is great when it's good business. Black excellence, Black economics, Black entrepreneurship, Black empowerment. And it still is all love. So I want to leave you with, let me give you concepts. This is an artist. This cat's an independent artist. He got a dope album, and he says, man, it's called, I love it, Fear God. The more we spend time with God, the more we understand how beautiful we are in God, and that God created us first from the dust of the ground, created and blew us a breath about here we are, the better we become. And then I want to give you another song, Psalm of Men. Man, I just love it, man. I really do. Fanatic. Let's do Fanatic from Cross Moon. That's one of my favorites. And he got a dope joint. And it's like, how do you do this in the neighborhood?
They wondering if Fanatic was still at it, would the skill still be illmatic? If not, that would be real tragic. Don't worry about that, just time travel with me back to the golden era of hip-hop. We had them screaming like, what's this new thing, looking like Christian Wu-Tang? Cause my crew used to hang loose and shine bright like 2 Chainz. I dropped science, now you can do the math. Add a bunch of electives, you still wouldn't be in this class. And when I say E, I don't mean me in the third person, I'm referring to Jesus, the eternal word person. God the Son, so hot the sun melts. Like a pool in his presence, the kind that's unfelt. I'm not talking numbness, come on, you know I come with the wordplay. Listen, I heard him saying, there goes fanatic. Rapping like his stairs don't make it to the attic. Like he belongs in a room that's padded. See, that time that he was me in the third person, it probably sounded weird like hearing a nerd person. Cause I don't usually rap about me, I'm not worthy. But I am redeemable, y'all, I'm not Jersey. I'm just kidding like a baby kangaroo. I had the rhyme with worthy. Jersey, that made me think of you. See, sometimes I rhyme to make sure that I still can. Most times I'm pushing a cure for the world's sin. And not just the sin they tend to show us in the media. The athlete screaming on his girl before he beats her up. The teen mom dumping a baby behind the Pizza Hut who lied about it. Sticks to a story like a fetus. How about the white kid popping pills in his dorm room, raped his classmate and tried to blame it on his hormones? Biochemistry, he got a B in that class. His dad called in a favor, that's the reason he passed. See, the sins of the hood are well documented. When we cross the tracks, you shell shocked the minute you hear about a judge selling guilty verdicts, condemning innocent black men as filthy perverts, or hitting petty criminals with serious jail time while white guys commit the same crime and get a bail bond. They got contracts to keep prison packed with cons, and we don't mind that just as long as they black. And it's like, what happened to justice for all? And you wonder why some have a problem trusting the law. We tell them trust in the Lord, but if the world is his tongue.